Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from my face and my hair, I guess, we are here with a get ready with me. I want to do a get ready with me just because, first of all, I haven't done one in a while, and second of all, I just want to talk you through my Christmas plans and just how things are going for me at the moment. Like, obviously I am in a new house, I have to share that with you in a couple updates, but yeah, I just want to talk you through because we are approaching the holiday season. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas yourself, I just want to share with you what my plans are, and I do celebrate Christmas, so that is going to be Christmas plans in my case. I would also love to hear from you guys in the comments what you guys are doing for the holiday season. So again, if you celebrate Christmas, let me know what your Christmas plans are. If you celebrate any other holiday, let me know. Or otherwise, what are you going to do with the bank holidays coming up? I'm going to jump into the video, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So I have gone ahead and primed my eyelids with a white concealer. That's what I do every single day, and I'm going to go in with a palette. The palette I'm using is the Snow Dreams palette from Odin's Eye. It's actually the first time ever using this palette. It is in my Big Fat Eyeshadow project this month, so that's why I'm using it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start with the look. I'm starting with the shade Guests on my outer corner, which is a red shade. I'm just going to see where this look takes me. But yes, Christmas is approaching very quickly. When I'm filming this, it is the 15th of December. So in Sweden, we do actually celebrate Christmas on the 24th, but now I live in the UK, which means that Christmas happens on the 25th mainly. So, you know, I do have a bit of a lucky sense in that case that I can kind of celebrate Christmas 2 days, depending on where I am. And also, yes, sometimes we do both days, sometimes we just do one of the days. Mainly, we kind of just split it up. But this year, I am staying in the UK, which is actually quite good because obviously we moved very recently. So I feel like going to Sweden for Christmas would have been quite difficult this year, just with everything else going on and just having time for Christmas. So that is my plan. I'm going to stay in the UK, and even though we just moved into the house, we are actually not hosting Christmas this year. Well, we kind of are, but not in our house. So we are going up to my partner Mike's parents this year. They live up north of Leeds, near kind of Harrogate if you are from the UK. So not in Harrogate, but near. So we are going up there. We're going with the shade Boots, by the way, just to try to blend this out a little bit. So that's the plan. We're gonna go up on the 23rd. I have the 23rd up until the 2nd of January off. Well, I'm off on the 1st and then I start working on the 2nd. So I'm very excited to have some time off work as well. But we are going up there on the 23rd. But even before Christmas celebration starts, around that day, my parents are actually coming here. So I'm very excited because my parents are coming on the 21st. So next Saturday. When this video goes up, it's going to be the week this Saturday coming up. I don't remember exactly which day this is going to go up, but it's going to be the next Saturday coming up, the 21st. My parents are coming here to stay with us in the flat. So that is going to first of all be very exciting because they're going to see our house for the first time, house flat. I kind of interchange them because it is technically listed as a flat because it is, well, part of a building. So like we don't own the whole building, we own the bottom basement flat, but it has a private entrance, it has a garden. So for me, it kind of feels like a house, which is why I interchange them. But they are going to come here again, which is very exciting. So they're coming on the 21st, and then on the 22nd and stuff like that, we are gonna do some cooking, preparing, because again, like I said, we are going up to Mike's parents, and my parents are actually gonna come with. So we're gonna celebrate Christmas, all of us together, which is gonna be the first time ever. They have met before. We met, all of us and my parents and his parents, for dinner a couple of years ago, but they haven't seen each other in years. But yeah, my parents wanted to, well, they kind of suggested it just because we were going to be in UK anyway this year, because we do every other year. So Sweden, then next year UK, then Sweden, the UK. That's kind of how we've been doing it since we started celebrating Christmas together, which I think makes sense considering we do have 2 home countries, I guess. So that was the plan anyway. So my parents, when we went home in August to see them, they kind of put the idea in our minds about celebrating together. And the funny thing is, I mentioned it, so they mentioned it to me and I mentioned it to Mike, and he said my parents have actually suggested the same thing, because I actually have a brother as well, and he's celebrating away with his girlfriend this year, so my parents would have been alone, well, with my grandparents and stuff like that. But they kind of suggested it, so they are coming and we're gonna do it all together, which is very, very exciting. So I've done the red on the outer corner, and I'm thinking what to do on the inner corner. I want to do a proper color here. I'm thinking about the greens, so maybe I'll go in with Snowflake, which is a really nice mint green. I'm gonna go in and see how that goes. They're coming again on the 23rd. I feel like I'm rambling in this video, but they're coming on the 21st. We're going up to Mike's parents on the 23rd. And then on the 24th, we are doing Christmas together. So, well, when I say Christmas, I mean Swedish Christmas. So we are gonna host, me and my parents, and I guess Mike as well, are gonna do a Swedish Christmas, which is gonna be very fun because Mike obviously experienced it before, both here but also in Sweden. And we have tried to do like a mini Swedish Christmas prior, just me kind of hosting and Mike helping out. But this year, because my dad is an amazing chef, cook, he is gonna help out and we're gonna do more of a real Swedish Christmas. So it's gonna be really fun because, again, he's gonna help me out to cook, so we're gonna have a few more things and more of a proper, sorry, I'm covering my face, proper kind of Swedish Christmas, again, which I'm very, very excited for. So that is gonna be the plan for the 24th. We're gonna do a Swedish Christmas with Mike's parents, all of us. So we're gonna do presents on that day too, and then, you know, kind of like as close as we can get it. And then for the 25th, we're gonna do an English Christmas. So again, then obviously Mike is gonna help out, and Mike's mom and me and stuff like that. We're gonna do, well, Mike's dad too, but Mike's mom. So yeah, we'll do the English Christmas on the 25th, which means that we kind of get 2 Christmases this year. By the way, I'm done with the mask now. I'm gonna go in with a shimmer shade. I'm going in with the shade Frankincense, which is a holographic shade, and I'm very excited. I put it on this brush and I'm gonna spray it. And I'm gonna put this kind of in between the 2 mats. So, very pretty. So yeah, we are gonna do 25th English Christmas. Very excited because, again, similar to showing Mike's parents more of a Swedish Christmas, my parents have never experienced an English Christmas. So it's gonna be kind of fun both ways, and to show them as well how an English Christmas is. It's very different from a Swedish Christmas, let me tell you, because I've done both, but it's still gonna be very exciting, and it's gonna be fun to have everyone together and for them to get to know each other a bit more. So I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. But yeah, it's hard sometimes because obviously we live very far away from my parents, and I mean Mike's parents as well is like a 5-hour drive, 4 hours if traffic is good, but it could be even 6 hours sometimes. So it's a bit of a way to them too, which means that it's hard for them all to kind of meet, and that's why they only met once so far, my parents and his parents. So yeah, again, I'm very excited for Christmas this year because it's going to be very different with everyone, and also getting to do both Christmases. It's just going to be a fun time, I think. So I have something like that. I'm going to top off this mint shade in the inner corner, because I feel like I lost it a little bit there in the transition, but then I lost a little bit of the shimmer, so I'm gonna go in with that again and get something like that. And I think that is pretty good for the eye look. I know it might look a bit crazy right now. I'm gonna go ahead and blend a little bit more up here. But yeah, so my parents, then obviously we're gonna do Christmas and celebrate up north. Me and my parents are probably gonna head home to London around the 26th, I think. And then Mike is probably gonna stay up north a little bit to meet extended family and stuff like that, because he never gets to do that really anymore, because either me and him do it together here, but then, you know, we don't really go and do that because it's a bit of a way away, or we're in Sweden. So he's gonna probably stay and do that. I'm gonna get some alone time with my parents, And then my parents are also staying for New Year, so they're staying up until, I think they're leaving on the 2nd as well when I go back to work. So I'm gonna get to have them around for a while and spend some time with them again, which I'm very excited for. So again, that is the eye look mainly done. Again, looks a little bit crazy now without the rest of my makeup. I feel like it's gonna come together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off camera, I'm gonna do the rest of my base, and then maybe even lashes, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna come back to do my lower lash line and I think wrap up the video. I'm not gonna do the base on camera this time just because I mainly want to focus on eye look, and also I feel like chatting and do everything slower, so I think this video is gonna be quite long anyway. So yeah, let me come off and do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. And here we are back. So I put some lashes on. I obviously did my base makeup and everything else. So the only thing left to do now is my lower lash line and in the corner, and I saved that for the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I think I'm gonna do red again on the lower lash line and then use the sparkly in the corner. So let me grab the palette and some brushes. So I'm taking that red again, a tiny bit on a smaller brush, and I'm just gonna run that along my lower lash line. And I'm keeping it on that outer corner, and we have something like that. And then lastly, for inner corner highlight, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Hugs. It looks like the most inner corner highlight shade in the palette. It's absolutely stunning. I love this shade, even though I haven't used it. I just swatched it before, but I'm gonna use that as the inner corner highlight. Nothing too extreme, but just to get a little bit of sparkle there. And there you have it. That is the finished look. So let me come in closer for a bit. So again, I did use, let me pull up the palette. So I did use this shade here on my outer corner, and then I blended that out with this shade. Then I used this lightest kind of minty green on my inner crease and in the lid. And then in between those two shades, I took the shade here, Frankincense, which is a holographic shade. Just put that, yeah, on the center lid. For my inner corner, I used the shade Hugs, which is in this corner. And then of course I used that red again on my lower lash line, used to tie the look together. So that is how this look turned out, and that is my Christmas plans a little bit briefly. I wanted to again do a quick to get rid of me, just sharing the, I guess, the plans, because I'm very excited for this year. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.